For the first opinion is overhyping, and I hate when something amazing happens, and then K-pop stans hype it up so much that it gets old. Like for example, Felix's deep voice. Yes, in the start, his voice was unique and it was deep and it was amazing. But now it's just overhyped, and it's annoying. I cannot stand it now, because now his voice is nothing special or unique anymore because of how much it got hyped up. I just don't like how people overhype things, and makes me end up hating it, because Felix's deep voice used to be something unique, but now it's becoming old. The next opinion is that I don't think people should get attached to Kepler. Just like the produce groups, they were formed by an Mnet survival show, and they're set to be active for 2.5 years, as Google says, and it'll be rough for people who've stanned produce groups and fell in love with them, and gone through the hardships of them disbanding. So it's best to save the standing for just being a casual fan who knows the members' names, but is not a die-hard fan of them, because they're not gonna be a group for long. Liking their music, having bias wreckers, learning member names, watching live shows, and things like these are fine, but hardcore standing them only to be let down by disbandment isn't a good option. Also IDK when they'll disband, I got the above information from Google, and IDK how accurate that is. The next opinion is a long one, OMG. So it's that assuming things is never a good option. I've said this 1,000 times, but how can y'all go freely saying things, just because y'all don't wanna do any research? Y'all listen to very few groups, not all K-pop stans, just the ones making dumb assumptions, and go like 4th gen lack vocals, because you only know those groups without searching for more groups to have proper evidence to back up your dumb claim, and then y'all go spewing that dumb assumption you made thinking it's actually true, only because y'all don't know the meaning of research. Like seriously, why do y'all always feel the need to make dumb assumptions all the time, instead of thinking before you speak? Why did y'all say, 4th gen lack vocals, instead of saying, wait, do 4th gen really lack vocals? Let me go research, because I don't know every 4th gen group to make this dumb assumption. And it's true. Y'all don't know every 4th gen group to make this argument, and your opinion is not valid, because it's just dumb, unnecessary, and has no solid evidence to back it up. I don't understand K-pop fans who find it easier to be lazy and make dumb assumptions, but find it harder to make an effort to do long and hard research. When I made my debunking videos for the 4th gen lack vocals claim, and the other claim of cute concepts are dying, I did research, and searched up groups with amazing vocals, be it soft or powerful, just having good vocals in general, also adding groups that I knew beforehand too. I did research, and searched up groups with cute concepted songs released between 2016-2021, also adding groups and their songs that I already knew about. I did my research properly. So why can't you? Why can't y'all save your brain for proper thinking, and use it for useful things that is research? Y'all literally don't know the whole of the 4th gen. Y'all literally don't know every group from the 4th gen, which I believe is 2018 to now. Y'all don't know the many thousands of groups that debuted in 2018, that debuted in 2019, that debuted in 2020, and that debuted in 2021. Y'all only know bigger company or more popular groups, and that's why y'all made this dumb assumption. In 2021 alone, there were 50+ debuts, and most of the K-pop fans only knew a fraction of those debuts. Maybe like about 10 or 20, with the other rare few knowing about smaller groups, but only about a small handful of people like me knew about almost all the debuts of 2021, because we came in contact with them. Y'all actually have no right to say that 4th gen lack vocals, or make any dumb claim, because knowing bigger groups, popular groups alone, doesn't make your assumption valid, because by knowing these small portion of groups, whatever you said is true. If someone like me were to say an assumption like, 4th gen lack vocals, then I can say it because I know smaller groups enough, to actually have evidence to back up my assumption. But since I know smaller groups, since I like vocals because I'm a singer and because I did research, 4th gen don't lack vocals. Y'all just didn't do research. That's the truth. The next opinion is kinda long and about neutrality, and I've already talked about this one before. Also credits to Cheryl for her video giving me inspiration for this opinion. Like I saw one of Everglow Up's newer video about the Kim Garam bullying thing, and she said that there were people hating her, and people defending her, if I remember clearly, and I sat there like what? People literally haven't learnt anything from past scandals with Woojin, Jimin, Soojin etc. as Cheryl said, and I completely agree. People still haven't learnt how to stay neutral, wait for proper information before making any judgments. Because when an idol is in a scandal, there'll always be people going to them and hating them instantly, and instead of waiting for more proper information, people go instantly hate on the idol. And then there are people, I've never seen these, who go and defend the idol or maybe support them, IDK. But the thing is, doing both these things are stupid. You cannot go hate, or defend someone in a scandal, just because you want to. The thing is, if the idol is proven to be guilty in the scandal, the fans who defended them will end up being the ones embarrassed, but it might lead the ones who hated on them from the start, to hate on them more because they're guilty, and will give them more of a reason to send them hate, IDK not sure. But if an idol is proven to be innocent in a scandal, then the ones who hated on them will be the ones embarrassed, and the ones who supported them were right all along. So that's why it's so important to stay neutral. Y'all go picking sides when a scandal happens, instead of being in the center where y'all neither hate or support the idol, which is the best option, because you're waiting for proper information so that y'all know if y'all should support the idol or no. Staying neutral is the only option that should be considered when an idol is in a scandal. Picking sides shouldn't even be thought of, not even once. Yes, it shouldn't be thought of. Picking a side is dumb, because y'all are literally acting when the scandal is fresh and there's no evidence for you to properly say anything. Like if someone asks you the reasons you're hating or supporting the idol when there's no evidence, nothing released because the scandal just happened a few minutes, hours or a day or two ago, then what are you gonna say? Because I'm sure as hell you'll have nothing proper to say, and you'll say something that is just useless, and is nothing that backs up your reasoning, as to why you're doing what you're doing. So stay neutral, wait for more information, and then speak. Don't do things just because you want to. The next opinion is, I've noticed that anytime a rapper showcases vocals or can sing really well, people in the comments be like ace. Like I've seen it quite a bit, and it's so funny to me, how people call anyone who can sing, rap and dance an ace. Firstly, it's not that simple. An ace according to Google means, very good, or, someone who excels at a particular sport or other activity. These are the meanings that I used relevant to this opinion. Basically meaning someone who is very good or outstanding at something. Just because these rappers can sing, rap and dance, it doesn't mean they're aces. They can only be called aces, if they're really outstanding in singing, rapping and dancing, and are amazing at it. Not every rapper who sings, raps and dances can be qualified to be an ace, unless they're very good, as the meaning of ace says. The last opinion is as long as the previous long one, or maybe longer. The opinion is that people need to know properly and research properly on what a small company is, what a small budget is, and what underrated means. Like seriously. I made a whole video on a comment on MCND's Ice Age, calling Top Media a small company, because what they said was dumb. I saw Pink Lemonaz's community post on how people called High Keys Athletic Girls MV a low budget, and I watched a K-pop short talking about underrated songs that are criminally underrated, and besides 2 to 3 actual underrated songs, they added Stay by Blackpink, First by Everglow, More and More by Twice. Like seriously. I don't understand people. How did that comment with over 10,000 likes say Top Media is a small company when they have a big budget, amazing MVs, have views past 10 million for a lot of their songs, have 361,000 subscribers, promote on music shows each comeback, and have the funds to make a good MV and a comeback each time too? How can a company that small have such a huge budget? Like even if you look at G-Friend, who came from a smaller company, had MVs that looked decent for a smaller company, but if you compare it to bigger company groups, or even to MCND MVs, it's not as amazing. Like IDK what this person was thinking when writing this comment, because most smaller companies have barely even reached 10,000 with their subs and only some passing 10,000 in subs. Most smaller companies have views ranging from 1,000 to 100,000, and some even passing the 100,000 viewpoint, reaching up to 500,000, and some making to 1 million, and a rare instance past 1 million. Most smaller companies cannot make comebacks regularly, and very few of them have some amazing money usage skills to make a comeback each time, with some even trying to better their quality. But still, that's not enough to make them get noticed by fans so much so that they'll reach 10 million views or more. I mean, Hi Cutie, who makes comebacks regularly, barely made it past 100,000 to reach 200,000 or more views. Flores, who made comebacks regularly before their disbandment, barely made it to 100,000 views. Minimani, who released 3 songs so far, has only one song at 200,000 plus views. Comparing that to MCND, it's barely even a fraction to what MCND gets. So no, MCND's company isn't small. That comment was stupid, and Top Media is probably mid-tier. The next thing is how people don't know what a small budget is. Like how did people call High Key's athletic girl a low budget, when PDAKA form of therapy, a reaction tuber with over 500,000 plus subs, who properly analyzes songs instead of just making a fun reaction reacted to athletic girl, they said that High Key used a big budget. So IDK what dumb things people said, when someone as proper and professional as PD who can tell between big and small budget, said that this was a big budget. Like as a proper Nugu stan myself, I know what's a small budget and what's a big budget. High Key's athletic girl is a big budget, and y'all just don't know what smaller budgets actually are. Now for the last one, people don't know what the term underrated is. This person who made the short that is still up some time ago about underrated songs, and added twice more and more, Stay by Blackpink and Everglow's first amongst underrated songs is dumb. Twice as more and more, I believe, and Everglow's first are both close to reaching 100 million views. Blackpink's Stay has passed 100 million views. Which means they're not underrated, they're just underappreciated. You cannot put these 3 songs in that short that contained And Is What You Waiting For, which has like 10 million plus views, or a Reel's Wake Me Up, which has barely even reached 50,000 views, or Blah Blah by Luri, which I believe has barely reached 500,000 views. Because these 3 songs that you added are underrated, but the other 3 aren't. People need to learn what underrated is. For this opinion, the main reason of people not knowing much is that they don't know what a small company in Kpop Korean music really is. That's why they said that Top Media is a small company and that High Key's athletic girl is a low budget. It's dumb honestly. And the channel who made the short could honestly benefit from learning what underrated really is, cause they're not completely sure and are doing things completely wrong. I'm just shocked at how people said and did these things without thinking first. I just think that doing research can help you, and I've said this same thing a million times. Research is key, because then it helps you to think straight, and not say stupid things.